Good afternoon and welcome to the Contrab's coverage of this Premier League encounter. It's Tottenham Hotspur against Aston Villa. I'm Russ Vernon and welcome to the Contrab's coverage for this game today. I'm delighted to be joined by Paul James in the commentary box today. Late change to the system for the commentary partner for me today due to technical problems. But Paul is able to step in, which is going to be a good thing for us today. Just want to say, on behalf of everyone here at the commentary hub, we are shocked and saddened to hear of the passing of former Chelsea, Tottenham, and England legend Terry Venables, who sadly today passed away. Well, yesterday passed away at the age of 80. There's going to be a minute's applause at a kick-off this afternoon in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium where the game is being played. But in a second, what me and Paul are going to do, we're going to take a brief break in just a second, as what we're about to do right now. In just a second, we're going to take about 30 seconds, a minute, and we're going to have a minute's silence in memory of Terry Venables, who, as well, what I will say is he also managed my team that I follow, Leeds United, and we're going to take a minute's silence in memory of Terry Venables, who has died at the age of 80 this morning. Rest in peace, Terry, from everyone here at the Commentary Hub. Rest in peace, Terry Venables. From everyone here at the Commentary Hub, our thoughts go out to Terry's family and friends at this incredibly sad time this afternoon. Right then, we've got a game on. It's Tottenham Hotspur against Aston Villa. The team news is in. And let's take a look at the starting lineups then. So we'll start off with Tottenham Hotspur, who are managed by Ange Postecoglou, the Australian, and they will line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation with Vicario in goal, Porro, Emerson, Davis and Udogie across the back from right to left. Bentancur and Lo Celso are the two-man in midfield, with Il, Kulusevski and Brennan Johnson behind the lone striker and the captain of Son Heung-min. On the bench for Spurs is Fraser Forster, Brandon Austin, Eric Dyer, Alfred Erting, Oliver Skipp, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Alejandro Velez and Jamie Donnelly. As for Aston Villa, managed by Unai Emery, they line up in a 4-4-2 formation today. Is Emiliano Martinez, the World Cup winner with Argentina, in goal. Ezri Konsa, Diego Carlos, Pau Torres and Lucas Digne in the midfield, across the back line from right to left. The midfield from right to left is Matty Cash, Rubicard Kamara, Douglas Luiz and John McGinn. And the two from men, Ollie Watkins alongside Musa Diaby. On the bench, with Olsen, Alex Romero, Longley, Hugh Tillemans, Leon Bailey, and then gone to Jacob Ramsey, Jim Wilderman, and John Duran. Let's just tell you about the match officials as we get ready to see the teams come out onto the field very, very shortly. At the game today, which the team's about to come out any second now, I can tell you. But the match officials today is Rob Jones from Merseyside. He's a match referee, assisted by Tim Wood and Wade Smith. Tim Robinson is the fourth official, Jared Gillette. And James Mannering, John Pike, is in VAR today. Tottenham have been unbeaten in all 4 games Mr. Jones has refereed, all in the Premier League, 1-2, drawn 2. Drawn both games 2-2 this season, away to Brentford and Arsenal. Aston Villa have lost 6 out of the last 8 games he has refereed, winning 1 and drawing the other 1 as well. So with the teams in the tunnel ready to kick off, let's get the first thoughts of the day of the man as the teams are emerging now from the tunnel. And the man who's alongside me is Paul James. Very good afternoon to you, Paul. This one is going to be a cracking match, I must have to say. And what a game to look forward to today. Tottenham Hotspur against Aston Villa.
Yes, Ross. Obviously, I want to echo what a sad loss it's been for football for Terry Venables. May he rest in peace, and may his family and friends and associates have comfort at this time. I think, to be honest with you, today's game, Ross, I think Spurs are on the back of 2 straight defeats. There's concerns that maybe the wheels are falling off at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They need a win today to get them back on track. Of course, Aston Villa with a win can leapfrog Tottenham Hotspur and move them out of the top 4 for the first time since the 18th of August. So it's obviously going to be a very, very exciting game. I mean, you can see the key battles there. You've got Son Heung-min, who's got 8 goals right now for Tottenham in the league this season, and 6 for Ollie Watkins. So you've got 2 of the most consistent scorers in the Premier League in this game as well. We might see some goals today, Ross.
Hopefully, Paul, hopefully you're not put the jinx on that, and he's going to end up 0-0 now, mate. Hopefully you don't do that.
Don't say that. I've done that before, you know.
I know you've done that before. It was a League Cup final he did alongside JB, if I remember correctly, where he said, I can't see this being 0-0. And he ended up being up 0-0 and went to penalties.
It didn't just go to penalties, Ross. It went to sudden death. It finished up something like 10-9 in the end, didn't it, to Liverpool, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, it was something like that, yeah. I couldn't believe it. But in Aston Villa win today, Paul, we'll see them go above Tottenham for the first time this season. And it will also be the first time Tottenham will be outside of the top 4, if that does happen, since the morning of August the 26th.
Oh, it was August the 26th, was it? I'm sorry, I thought it was August the 18th. I stand to be corrected.
That's the last time Tottenham dropped out to the top 4 as well. Tottenham have been top for 26 nights this season. Previously top for 72 nights in Premier League history for Spurs. Can Tottenham stop the rot? As Paul mentioned, they've lost the last 2 games, having remained unbeaten in their opening 10 this season. This remains their 3rd best start to a Premier League season after 12 games after 2011-12 and 18-19 season. So interesting to see how that goes today. And I'm just looking at some of the Premier League ranks this season. Goals conceded, Tottenham rank 5th with 15, Villa in 9th with 17. And save ratio outside the box, 100% for Tottenham, they're ranking 1st, with Villa down in the relegation zone for that in 18th. Right now at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, there will now be a minute's applause, which we're going to take part in as well here on the commentary hub, in memory of Terry Venables as well. Rest in peace, Terry Venables, from everyone here at the commentary hub, Focus on Football, JB Sports, and of course our other channels, Storm FM, and also our Twitch channels as well. Rest in peace, Terry Venables. Gone, but never forgotten. As I mentioned, one of the England managers in Euro '96. What a remarkable achievement he did with that squad there. What a remarkable achievement he has done for Tottenham Hotspur when he was there, and also Chelsea and England as well. He was Leeds manager for a bit. Leeds fans used to call him very terrible when he was there, but all our thoughts from the Leeds family, the football family, are with Terry's family and friends this afternoon. And what a game we will have in prospect for you all to follow this afternoon as the whistle just goes from the referee to end that minute's applause, which myself and Paul joined in with there. And we're almost set for kick-off. The Aston Villa goes off and underway. They're attacking the goal away to my right-hand side in the first half. Spurs attacking the goal away to our left. Spurs all in white today. The goalkeeper, Vicario, all in blue. Villa are in claret and blue. I think their goalkeeper, with the officials all in black. I think Martinez had a couldn't really see what colour shirt he got. We'll let you know what colour shirt Martinez has got on, which is away to our left-hand side in this first half, with Aston Villa about to get the game off and underway with Moussa Diaby sending over this one to guys off and underway in the Premier League. Is Tottenham Hotspur against Aston Villa on this Sunday afternoon. The referee checking the ball, keepers are ready, we're ready, the players are ready, I think the officials are ready, and right now we will say in a second, in 3, 2, 1, when the whistle blows right now, the game is off and underway at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Running alongside Paul James, bringing all the coverage this afternoon as Aston Villa tried to play the ball down the line, and early on there's a one ball over on that far side, and John McGinn tries to up it down the line looking for Ollie Watkins, deflected out to play for a throw over on that far side. Lucadinha going to try to get the ball down the line initially. Takes it down the line with a fantastic long throw to Ollie Watkins, back up against Mr. Royale on the right hand side. Finds John McGinn, who takes past Mr. Royale and past Pedro Porcel, penalty. Puts it across, and a towards goal from Matty Cash, cleared away by Destiny Udogie, who can fetch the ball forward for Tottenham. Down the line it goes into Brendan Jones, into Brian Hill, who's playing on this left-hand side rather than the right, into Ben Davis, who gives the ball away sloppily there. He comes Boubacar Kamara, fast off Aston Villa this. Brian Hill can fetch the ball away this time for Spurs. He's been forced back by the pressure of Matty Cash, and the Celso drops it back into the path of Ben Davis, and now Tottenham with Benton Kerr, there's across to Emerson Royale. Spurs will try and build their way out from the back after a positive start. It's had the opening minute and 10 seconds from Aston Villa at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs have, as Paul mentioned at the start, and as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, lost the last 2 matches, and as Postecoglou was lifted over the top looking for the win of Brennan Johnson and Young-Min-So, but quickly out of his area to clear it in was Emi Martinez as the ball is now back with Vicario. Spurs will build again from the back as Pedro Porro will look to pick up possession. Drops it into Royale. And then Mr. Royale finds Ben Davis. We'll fetch Paul in a moment for his opening thoughts on the opening almost 2 minutes of this game. Is Tottenham nil, Aston Villa nil here on the commentary. Gus Vernon alongside Paul James. If you are just tuning into us from wherever you are around the world today, big thank you for doing so. Whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or your night time, thank you very much for tuning in. I suppose on the top, and Tottenham's in behind here. Desmond Dougie clips it over the top, and that should have been 1-0 to Spurs. But Dougie going behind brilliantly over the top there, and that really, Paul, should be 1-0 to Tottenham.
Yes, what a chance. He gets his foot underneath it there, just leaning back a little bit and puts it over the crossbar. But that is a golden opportunity for Spurs, and what they so desperately needed was an early goal there.
Yes, and poor mistake there from Destiny Udogie. Going well, and he beat the ground in frustration. Tottenham are coming again though now. It was a penalty. Did Kulusevski? How was that stayed out? Oh my word, Kulusevski! How was that stayed out? On the back of the net there. Dejan Kulusevski looked like he scored for Tottenham after a mistake from Aston Villa. And somehow his effort strikes the post and comes out again, Paul.
Oh, it's exquisite football by Spurs. Exquisite. And what a move by Kulusevski as he just turned the defender there and created that opening for the shot. Unfortunately for him, he hits the inside of the post. But this is some pretty delicious football by Tottenham we're watching right now.
Yes, as now Spurs are having to do some defending as he's John McGinn over on the left hand side. Ben Johnson up against him, along with Pedro Porro. That's good defensive work from Ben Johnson this time. And Kulusevski's nipped in, but the referee is giving a free kick against it on Kulusevski for a foul on Douglas Luiz. 3.5 minutes gone here, and what a start to this game it has been. Tottenham nil, Aston Villa nil. Tottenham has some chances of their own. Villa having some chances now, but this game has been a fast start and a fast-paced game so far. You just see what happens from this free kick. What a remarkable transformation that Unai Emery has done for Aston Villa since he's come in, and especially to the man wearing number 11 for Aston Villa, Ollie Watkins. Playing regular football, scoring regular goals, being called up to the English winners, and it comes into his goal, and just wide of the post there from Pau Torres from that free kick. And Aston Villa almost punishing Tottenham for sleeping on that set piece as it came in. Onside as well. And somehow, Paul can't bury the target, can't find the target.
Well, both sides have had two good opportunities early on. Well, Villa have had one. What a header there. And he just put it wide. I mean, that's a chance. Vicario was beaten all ends up. What a good, interesting and great start we've had to this game, Russ.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Ezri Collins now for Aston Villa. It's coming up towards halfway. Plays it down the line, brilliantly to Matty Cash. Cash with a low ball into looking towards Watkins. Cut out there by Emerson Royale. The Doge helps him out. Now it's Brian Hill down the line to just near Doge. The Doge up towards halfway, but he can't keep the ball in play. He comes in front of Unai Emery, who just throws it down the line to Ezri Collins to take the throw, who takes it quickly, looking for the run of Diaby and Watkins. Can't find either of them. And Spurs have the ball back. It's Pedro Porro now. Porro plays a wonderful ball through. Out comes Emi Martinez, all in black. Today's Emi Martinez, but Pau Torres said, I'll clear that, and he has. Well, this was Royale. Spurs back in possession. What a game this has been. The Celso now. Turns in halfway. On the centre circle. Plays it close to Ben Davis on this near side of the left. Down the line, he goes into Ben Hill, was hugging the touchline, moves inside. Back into Ben Davis inside his own half. And back, he goes to his centre-back partner and Emerson Royale into the Celso now. On halfway, into Rodrigo Bentancur. Chips a wonderful ball out to Brian Hill. Looking fish this ball for Brian Hill. Attacks down the left-hand side. Goes back to the Celso towards Adogio. Can't find a teammate. And Kamal gets the ball away for Aston Villa. Oh, fantastic challenge there again. But Ben Davis is now ill on possession. Madoge, good footwork. Porro's popped up in a more advanced midfield role. Number 10 position he seems to be playing rather than fullback today is Emerson Royale. Rodrigo Bentancur. Now Giovanni Lo Celso. How wide it goes to Brian Hill again, which can attack down the left-hand side. Lo Celso into Kulusevski, brilliant, turn into Ilus, first a fantastic 7 and then over the top from Pedro Porro. And that's a wonderful effort from Tottenham, and Brian Hill with a fantastic effort to make a fantastic save at Emi Martinez.
Oh, that was brilliant football again. Look at the little flick there by Kulusevski. How brilliant was that? Just split the defence with just that little back heel that led in Brian Hill, and his effort there was turned away. But it's we're seeing some quality football in the first 10 minutes here, Ross.
We are, Paul. We are indeed. And we're just in the early issue where Tottenham should have had a penalty for an handball against Ezri Collins. You probably couldn't give that because he was falling down. I had no idea where the ball was. Just bounced off him and then landed in the arms of Martinez. We just saw an earlier effort again on the replay there. As here comes Douglas Luiz now for Aston Villa. Gets the ball forward towards Moussa Diaby. Takes it in his stride. Now back with Vicario, who can fetch this ball away. Down the line into Bentancur. And what can Bentancur do? He slips, but still manages to keep hold of the ball. Into Ben Davis. Now Giovanni Lo Celso. Lo Celso will cut in field and play a neat ball into the path of Emerson Royale into Bentancur. Back to Royale, and now Tottenham just knocking it around well. Here's Ben Davis. Davis with the ball forward over the top, looking for the run of Brian Hill. Can he fetch it under his spell? He can't. Pushes over Ezri Konza and gets him behind him. That's why he pushed him over. The referee, Rob Jones, had no choice but to give that free kick. Clear push in the back. And I can't understand why Brian Hill's moaning there, Paul.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? It's a clear push, and I'm seeing this a lot from players now, complaining when the foul is so obvious. Just get on with it. Just get on with it and don't complain, because you actually risk being booked by the referee. You're making yourself known to the referee by doing that.
Yes, here's Matty Cashler to fetch under his spell for Aston Villa into Konza, back into Diaby now. And fantastic feed from Moussa Diaby, who's got away from his man. Runs down the right hand side. Catch cuts in field. Diaby has it on the outside. Goes back to Ezri Konza, who's playing a centre back by trade, but playing right back today. It's Moussa Diaby on the right hand side. Cuts in field. Twisting, turning back to Konza, who's come up from right back. Into the centre back corner there. And that was Carlos now with Pau Torres. Here is Torres still on possession. Binds Douglas Luiz. Now here is Konza to Cash, back to Konza again, and now Kamara back to Konza. Now Martinez will clears it. Left footed onto the chest of Luca Dean into John McGinn, who just get Ollie Watkins in behind here. Moves Vicario quickly out to claim it. Well, good idea from Villa there, trying to get the ball in behind the Tottenham defence, because no, Watkins has got pace, and they can get him in behind, and more often than not, on that occasion they weren't able to do so. 2 shots for Spurs so far, on target out of 5, and on target for Villa from there too. So far, 7 touches in the opposition box for Spurs with 3 for Aston Villa. 10.5 minutes gone here. It's Tottenham Hotspur 0, Aston Villa 0. As now Tottenham just play the ball round at the back, and we're coming up towards 11 minutes now, Paul, and it's been a frantic start. I'll get your thoughts on what your thoughts is on the start of the game. As Tottenham have a free kick, which is Celso will tip. Paul, your thoughts on the game so far?
Well, it's been, both sides have been very positive. Much better than the game I had to watch yesterday, but it's both sides have been very, very positive. They've created chances. I love the way Villa are trying to get Ollie Watkins in behind the Spurs defence, either over the top or through the middle, because he's going to cause Tottenham a lot of problems today. And to be honest with you, I'm fairly confident we're going to see goals today. I mean, just already there's been a number of chances for both teams. It's good to watch so far.
Yes, and Konza's just winning himself a free kick there, fouled by Destiny Udogie, according to referee Rob Jones. But when I saw it, he didn't, on the picture I just seen, he didn't look like it was a foul. Aston Villa will take the goal, free kick with Douglas Luiz to Martinez. Now Pau Torres into John McGinn, who goes down. No free kick given. Spurs will come with Johnson now to Kulusevski. Back into Brennan Johnson inside the penalty area. Just pulls the ball across. Can't find Brian Hill. Is cleared away by Aston Villa, and Catch can help it clear towards Watkins and Duran. And the other should say, Watkins goes down now. It's a free kick, no. Fair challenge. Udogie back into it to him, another fair challenge. And gets the ball away to Pedro Porro. Porro, wonderful ball through. Goes Brennan Johnson was onside. Goes Son in the middle. Spreading for Son. Oh my word, that's going to be 1-0. Well, thankfully for Son, the offside flag is raised against Brennan Johnson. Well, Paul, that really should be 1-0.
I actually think, yes, it should be. I actually thought it was Son in the offside position, Ross, when the pass was made. But, I mean, regardless, Son will look at that and breathe a sigh of relief, because that should have been 1-0. A player of Son's quality, that should have been buried.
Yes, he really shouldn't. You're probably right, Paul. It was probably Son who was just offside as we to be for the Spurs for giving Villa into conceding mistakes as the Celso now has the ball. Here's the dug into Brandon, just keeps the ball in play. Rodrigo Bentancur. Kulusevski takes it away from his man. And then he's fouled his man there, which is Kamara, I think it is. There's Pau Torres who's down. How about Dejan Kulusevski? Free kick to Aston Villa. I'm just looking at this again. Is your team this for you, Paul?
No, not really. It's it seems a reasonable challenge to me. I don't. I'm confused a little bit. I mean, these days, so hard as it is for referees to kind of stay on top of this sort of thing, and players going down very, very easily. I know we criticise referees a lot, and in some cases, it's very justified. But you also have to remember how hard it is for an official when you've got to determine what is a genuine challenge and what is somebody embellishing, and they're so good at it nowadays too.
Yes, absolutely. Here comes Spurs again with Bentancur. What can they do with possession here? Rodrigo Bentancur plays the ball to Son and then plays it through to Dejan Kulusevski. Flag will probably go up. It does now. Offside against Dejan Kulusevski. And I thought he was, Paul, as soon as that ball got played through. I saw that he was offside. And he should have put it up straight away instead of waiting until the shot had been made.
Yeah, he's straight into an offside position. The linesman perhaps being a little bit safe to let him carry on just in case. But it's one of them, isn't it, that me and JB have complained about over last season for quite some time. Raise the flag. If he's offside, he's offside. Just raise the darn flag, you know.
Yeah, that's
But
what me and my dad are like as well, Paul. If
yeah,
if you know that he's clearly offside, and just raise the flag. Because then
mm,
if they put it in, in the Premier League, VAR will check it.
mm,
If he's not, it'll get overturned. But if you show that he's in offside position, just put it up straight away.
yeah, that's it.
What's that?
Save everybody time.
And what's it going to hurt if you put it up the score, you put it up for offside, and then VAR check it, and it takes a minute, maybe 90 seconds, and they get the correct outcome. It's Spurs again. But I know can't get the ball across towards Kulusevski this time, and Spurs have a throw in on this near side now as Destiny Dogi will look for options to throw it to. Who will he find in a white shirt? It looks a bit of a foul throw to me, and it is. It's a good spot by Rob Jones. And he's telling him he put his head downwards.
That's 2 weeks'
And
wages, Ross. 2 weeks' wages.
yes, and well, for me, Paul, it'll probably be a month's wage rather than just 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So major.
that's very sloppy, isn't it, to do that?
Yeah, you work on it all week and you get taught how to take throws all week, and then you do something like that. Let's hope Pedro Porro can take better throw-ins than the Durgan. He looks like he has since was not being brought back to Spurs have possession with Emerson Royale. And now Ben Davis has possession for Spurs. Out wide to Brian Hill. Inside towards Destiny Udogie. Good work from Destiny Udogie. Back it goes now for Rodrigo Bentancur. Twists and turns. Finds the Celso now Brian Hill. Douglas Luiz goes down. Destiny Udogie back to the North way. Matikash is there. Cash just clears the ball away. Diaby does well. And Diaby is blocked off there, not according to the referee. As he's the Celso. What can the Celso do for Spurs? He's slowed it down. Bentancur's there. Back to the Celso. Now Emerson Royale. Can he pick out a teammate? In Bentancur. Moving the football over the top. When Johnson's in there. Johnson across. Can't pick out Son. The flag didn't go up that time. We're looking for Son again. And they can't seem to find him. But here's John McGinn. Good ball inside. Here comes Douglas Luiz. Further out wide he goes. To Matikash. Now Moussa Diaby. Back goes to Constant. Villa trying to go into this game. A Spurs started to go into this game. Good end-to-end stuff here. Coming up towards 18 minutes gone. It remains Tottenham 0, Aston Villa nearly on the commentary. Russ Finnan alongside Paul James. As Matikash picks up possession. Good bit of footwork. Oh, brilliant bit of ball from McGinn to Watkins. Out wide it goes to Douglas Luiz, was onside. Luiz with a low cross in. Clears it to the near post by Spurs as Brent Hill now has possession. Forced back to Destiny Adogi. Back into Brent Hill. Hill goes inside to Davies. Now back to Vicario and across now to Emerson Royale. And now here's Rodrigo Bentancur. Wonderful ball over the top looking for one of Youngmin's son. Like he was power play that ball over the top. Son on the left hand side. Into the Perez. Son Youngmin going still going. Trying to pick out a teammate. He can't. Douglas Luiz is there to tidy up and find Luca Dean. Now Douglas Luiz has possession again. Coming up towards 19 on the clock. It remains Tottenham 0, Aston Villa 0. If you just join us here on the commentary, Russ Finnan alongside Paul James, bringing you the commentary this afternoon from the game which is taking place at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the Premier League. We are not an official partner of the Premier League. Reminder, if you want to get in touch with us, you can do so. You can tweet us at Commentary Live 1. Tweet there and let us know your thoughts. Use hashtag TOTAVL to get involved as well, and also use hashtag TCUB and get your thoughts in on the game. You can also get us on Facebook, facebook.com/the commentary up as well. Or if you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, you want to get your, which is my Twitch channel, Russ P. Vernon 92, then you can come in and leave us a comment and get your thoughts in on the game to it today. You can also get involved on the Commentary Up 2, JB Sports and Focus on Football. JB Sports, Focus on Football, and some of our partner channels for this season. As the ball was in for Benil, over there the Sun and just pushing behind us. Brilliant just was coming in the back post for a corner. Look at him defending that well, Paul.
Oh, yes. But my concern here is with Son. He got there. Why wasn't he able to connect with that and put that in for 1-0? But yes,
Paul. I think I think what happens is he jumps up just a little bit too early there, Son, and that's probably why I couldn't connect with properly. Son to take the corner then. So in the middle, should I say, it's going to be a corner to be taken by who that is. I think he might be the Celso, maybe. That is Kulusevski. They took Curtis out of the penalty area. Being nugged by Douglas Luiz. He goes to Brian Hill, back in towards Dejan Kulusevski, who delivers a wonderful ball in, headed away the near post by Manny Cash. And that's will just help it perfectly. But it's for Destiny Adogi into Giovanni Lo Celso. How wide it goes to Ben Davies. It was a penalty, around the back he goes, and it's put behind there by Luca Dean again.
Smart defending. Smart defending by Luca Dean.
Yes, smart defending by Luca Dean, as Paul Riley says. But Tottenham starting to turn the screw and get on top now. I can see probably only a matter of time before they can score. Will they score from this corner, I wonder? As we wait for it to come in. It's Dejan Kulusevski. Stay the corner. Men inside the penalty, including Davis. Davis flicks down. To Lo Celso into the box. And Giovanni Lo Celso has smashed on for Tottenham to give Tottenham the lead. I did say it looked as though a goal was coming, Paul. And the goal has finally come now. And Tottenham take the lead through Giovanni Lo Celso. And it's a stunning goal. And what a way to mark Terry Venables' passing last night, and confirmation of it today with a stunning goal like that from Giovanni Lo Celso for Spurs.
Oh, it was a beautiful strike, and the goal's been coming since pretty much kickoff. But you see, it takes a vicious deflection here off the number 3, Diego Carlos. But it was a vicious deflection that took it away from Emiliano Martinez. But what a wonderful strike by Lo Celso. He really struck that very, very well. And Spurs are in front, and like you say, Ross, a goal has been coming very much from the word go here.
Yes, and what a tribute to Glenn Hoddle with all the Spurs players after news of his passing coming through just moments before kick-off, and then for him to get off to a good start and score a cracking goal like that. First goal in the Premier League since November 2020 for Giovanni Lo Celso, and what a way to get it as well. As here comes Aston Villa looking for an immediate response with Luca Dean. Pulling towards the penalty. Watkins! It is an immediate response! It's 1-1. Aston Villa have equalised. And that's what you call an immediate impact. And that's what you get when you most remember when you've just scored. And that's what Tottenham Hotspur was there.
Looks
And it's only
offside to me.
Watkins who was found the back of the net. It's 1-1.
It looks offside to me, Ross. I can see VAR reviewing that possibly because that looks offside to me.
Yes, we'll just wait to see if VAR do get involved. VAR are checking it. Could potentially be offside. VAR review now taking place, like Paul has mentioned. Just wait to see if the score stands for Aston Villa. It's currently 1-1. I think the lines may have to be drawn here, Paul.
Yeah, it looks close actually, Ross. When I'm seeing that, it might be level, but if you look at the foot of Watkins and the foot of the defender alongside him, not quite sure who that is. It may just be that his toe or his foot as a whole strayed slightly forward from the defender. I initially thought it was a lot more clearer than that he was offside, but it's not. It's obviously a lot tighter, but it's very tight to say that one, Ross. You need the lines, I think. But to me, it looks like he may just be offside with the foot.
Yes, it looks as though Rob Jones is saying they're just about to draw the lines. I think they're just about to just skate by the lines being drawn. So then they can have a look at the lines in the VAR studios at Stockley Park. Interested to see what they give you if they are to disallow it to be harsh on Watkins, who has looked good today. Jared Gillerton, James Manarindo and Telling Pike are in the VAR booth today.
Well, I tell you, this is so close. And I really didn't want to see any more VAR controversy this weekend. I think we've had our full of it. But this one is very close. But for me, he's just offside by the toe end. That's how close it is.
Yes, they're still checking it on VAR here at the moment. We're waiting for the confirmation of whether the score stands. Big shout out to Joe Smoke, who says, great commentating, guys. Thank you very much, my friend. Make sure you stay tuned to our channel. We've got more live coverage of matches coming up. We've got a double header next Sunday. We'll tell you about that a little later on our, and we've got a review show coming up on Tuesday to review all of the Premier League's action, including tomorrow night's game, which is Fulham against Wolves. Still checking this score here. And obviously, Paul, for me, if they're taking this long to check it, it's not a clear and obvious error.
No, it's not. But this goes back to the whole argument, doesn't it? It's not clear and obvious if it takes 5 minutes to check it. But to me,
Paul, I'm getting confirmation now that the goal will be ruled out. I'm just seeing on the monitor that I'm just seeing on the pictures here that this goal will be ruled out for offside against Ollie Watkins. Goal has been disallowed. It goes back to 1-0 to Tottenham. And the immediate response I was talking about has not happened there, Paul.
Yeah, it looks like his foot was just in an offside position there. I think VAR, as long as it took to take there, it's come up with the right decision.
Yes. Looking back at it now, Paul, you're probably right. That's a bad challenge there. And a yellow card for Matty Cash.
Oh, that's late.
That's
really late.
Benton Kerr. We're looking at this again. Matty Cash can have no complaints. There, Paul. Yellow card rightly given.
Rightly given, yeah. It was very late, was that by Matty Cash. Very late.
Yes, absolutely. Aston Villa just had that goal disallowed, and then Matty Cash was not happy with the decision. He took out Rodrigo Bentancur, who has stayed in the same position he was in after he was fouled and non-moved. This looks very serious for Rodrigo Bentancur. He's now turning around and turning onto his back while the physios are checking to him. While we just do that, guys, just to tell you, we have had some other matches taking place today up in Scotland, which I'll just tell you about the latest score up, which the result will be up there now, because that kicked off just before us this afternoon. We'll tell you what that result was earlier on today. If we can get the score for you very, very shortly, just we'll try and fetch you those scores in a second. We'll try and bring you some of those scores. We've got their game in the Premier League, which we were unable to bring you today, which is Everton against Manchester United. We've had some Women's Super League action as well. The game in Scotland, to tell you about, which took place earlier today, we'll bring you that result in a second. We're back underway now here in the game between Tottenham and Aston Villa. There's Tottenham back with Vicario, who can fetch this ball into Emerson Royale. Now Pedro Porro has possession. Wonder what Porro can do with the ball here now. Wonder if he'll be able to find a teammate here in a second. He finds Emerson Royale and back to Porro again. We'll try to play a wonderful long ball over top, looking for Destiny Doug, who's come forward from left back. Trying to go on the back here. Guys, as here comes Aston Villa to fetch this ball forward. Big shout out to one of my friends, Martin, who says he's tuned in. Hopefully you're enjoying this one, Martin. In the Scottish Premiership, he finished Aberdeen 1, Rangers 1 this lunchtime. We'll let you know the scorers of that at half time. There's a man down here for Spurs inside the head circle. I think it's Bentancur again, who was just done a few moments ago. And I think now he's about to come off here, Paul, for an injury, which was from Matty Cash and Emerson Royale having a bit of a dislike towards Cash, which Konza and McGinn and Diaby's stepping in to pull them away and just having a word with him. Brian Hill not happy as we just see this challenge again, which is looked to have ended Bentancur's afternoon, Paul, and a serious injury like that could have, because he was down for a while in the position he landed in, and it looks like he weren't able to continue at that moment. But it looks like he may not be able to continue here either. So I wonder what will happen here for Spurs if they are to fetch. If he has to go off, because Bentancur in the middle so far today has looked really, really good for Tottenham in this game so far. As Ange Postecoglou just speaks to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg on the touchline as he's about to come on in a moment once Bentancur comes off. And with Bentancur's start to this game, Paul, winning the midfield battles, how big a miss will it be for him? For Spurs today?
It's a massive loss, Russ. It's been very, very impressive from the word go. It's very, very unfortunate for him. Obviously, we at the commentary hub and Focus on Football and JB Sports and Storm FM, we obviously all wish Bentancur all the best. But what I would say is I do think the challenge from Matty Cash was not malicious. It was just very, very badly timed. Very, very late, and obviously we all hope Bentancur recovers very, very quickly. But this is a big loss for Spurs. But they've got Pierre-Emile Højbjerg coming on. We all know what he's capable of. So let's see how this shapes up now.
Yes, Højbjerg's on there now, and he first touch over the ball from Vicario, and he finds Emerson Royale, who finds Ben Davies. So now that won't change for Spurs, as we see. Tottenham against Aston Villa is Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 0. Here comes Davis into Emerson Royale. Now Pedro Porro back into Emerson Royale. Good bit of full work from Emerson Royale, who gets the ball over the top. Brian Hill's up against Konza, who forces him out to Martinez, who clears her away. Højbjerg wins the header, but slips as he won the header. So gives it to John McGinn, who gave possession back to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Finds the cell, so back to Højbjerg. Højbjerg wonderful bit of full work. Stone Kong taking his shot now is Ollie Watkins What can Watkins do here now? He's out wide on the left hand side for Villa, right hand side for Spurs. I'll play for Thwin. And just to report as well, all the players this afternoon from Tottenham and Aston Villa have got a black armband on in memory of Terry Venables as well, who sadly died earlier. Well, sadly died last night. Confirmation from his family earlier today. I'll read the statement out from his family at half time for you, which will be in around about 10 or so minutes' time this afternoon here on the commentary. As we see, Emerson Royale who can get the ball into the path of Ben Davis. Ben Davis will look up back into Emerson Royale. Crossfield pass to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Gets it down the line into the path of Brian Hill. Now Højbjerg. Good work into Davis. Now Emerson Royale again. Here's Pierre-Emile Højbjerg with a wonderful delicate ball over the top looking for Dejan Kulusevski. Better there of Digne back into Kulusevski from and just scaled wide from Dejan Kulusevski. And that is not far wide in the end, Paul James.
No, this is very close indeed. You can see it just curls away. Emiliano Martinez is scrambling, but that is a hair away from sneaking into the corner and doubling Tottenham Hotspur's lead. Kulusevski has been extremely impressive so far.
Yes, been impressive, not just in this game, Paul, but for me, been impressive in the games I've watched him in the Premier League and other competitions for Spurs this season. As Højbjerg nips in, really with a wonderful ball into the penalty. Tony, the goalkeeper, Martinez in the end from Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and now Aston Villa can get the ball away. Well, Spurs will win the ball back. The Doge over the top of Cash. And then there's an interception from Kamara to Luiz. And now Torres. Torres. Wonderful bit of play from Aston Villa's. Cash is there. Moves out to a Doge. Now Spurs on the toe of Hill. To Davis. Højbjerg. Royale. What can Emerson Royale do here? How wide? He goes to Dejan Kulusevski. Dejan Kulusevski comes forward. Wonderful bit of play. How wide it goes to Brennan Johnson. Johnson attacks. Low ball into towards Son. And he's put deflection away from him. And then, but that's good play again from Spurs. Just the final ball has let him down there, Paul.
Yeah, the build-up is excellent. The build-up play by Spurs is excellent, and it has been all afternoon so far. Again, that was a smart piece of defending that just got in there and just nicked the pass away. But you can see Spurs are getting closer and closer, and they're starting to control this game as it goes on now, much more than Villa is. Villa seems to have backed off a little bit and are under a lot more pressure now as Spurs are turning the screw offensively.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. As here comes this Doug into the Celso now for Spurs. He played it across into the path of Emerson Royale. And he goes into the path of Ben Davis. And this is a good bit of work here by Tottenham. Hill plays it through the legs of Kamara, but only to an Aston Villa shirt. This is Diego Carlos to Pau Torres. As Villa look to come forward and try and get back on level terms before half time. But this time made the goal count. As here's Spurs who win a free kick there. Kamara goes into the book, Boubacar Kamara. And there's a foul on the opposite number, the Celso there. And Paul, the other card for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to Matty Cash's challenge. I think it's good, consistent refereeing there by Rob Jones. I think that's a perfectly sound decision.
Yes, with that yellow card for Kamara, sees him ruled out of the next game against Bournemouth for 5 yellow cards this season. As Spurs just have possession with Højbjerg. Good bit of footwork. And he forces it all the way back to Vicario, who takes a touch. Then finds Højbjerg again. Now Ben Davis. Good bit of work here now for Spurs. This is fantastic. With a full work from Davis, who goes down. No free kick given. Spurs lost position, but then won it back, and he's played brilliant out wide to Brennan Johnson on the right hand side. What can Brennan Johnson do here? Attacks his man and gets round him. Brennan Johnson was all about Brian Hill. Can't pick out Dejan Kulusevski. And the final ball in the penalty from Brian Hill, or final pass from Brian Hill so far today, Paul, has been poor.
Yeah, he tried to just touch it back. Maybe he didn't see Kamara coming up behind him on his blind side. But again, I think for Spurs, the final ball is just lacking a little bit at the moment. But the build-up is excellent. It's good football by Tottenham. I think it's just the final ball that's really lacking right now.
Yeah, I think that's what's let in. And I think, Paul, in the last couple of matches for Spurs, when they've lost, I think that's what they've lacked there, as well as here comes Aston with McGinn out wide to find Luca Dean. Luca Dean will look to get the ball in, he's cleared away. Alfred throwing up on that far side. Is Aston Villa, who trail by a goal to 0, Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 0. Is the scoreline. Pau Torres with possession into the path of Diego Carlos, and now Ezri Collins to find Matty Cash was on that yellow card for the challenge on Rodrigo Bentancur, forced him off to be replaced by Pierre-Emile Højbjerg in this match. So far is John McGinn, goes down on the challenge of Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and he was holding on to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg's foot there as the Souths now has possession for Spurs. Into Destiny Udogie, goes on the challenge of Matty Cash. Free kick given. Foul by Cash on Udogie.
Has to be careful.
Gotta be careful, he's complaining.
It was by the side of him. It's. I mean, he didn't go behind him, but he didn't win the ball, and he has to be careful making challenges like that now, because you've got to think one more of them, and he's going to be off.
Yes, and John McGinn, the Villa coach, saying he got the ball, and there's a slight touch on the ball, but not until after he told the player first. So he took Udogie out first, and then got a slight touch. You can maybe just been a toe onto it.
And that's the third booking as well for Aston Villa.
With Cash, Mara, and I think, yes, John McGinn now, the referee's no book. And it's Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 0. If you just tune into us here on the commentary, Russ Vernon alongside Paul James this afternoon to keep you up to date with this. It is Van towards the penalty area, and he's saved in the end. By Emi Martinez, and Aston Villa can try and come away with possession. Wonder what they can do here. Giovanni Lo Celso's goal, the difference so far. Here's McGinn. He gets it out wide as John McGinn. What can they do here with possession? Can they get the ball into the penalty area? Can't. It's deflected behind. It's a corner. And this is good pressure from Aston Villa trying to get back on level terms before half-time, Paul James.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't had a lot of chances in the last sort of 15 minutes or so, Ross. Last 15, 20 minutes since the disallowed goal. So this is a chance now to see if they can maybe try to get themselves back into this game.
Yes, and we'll have to wait to see if they are to get back into this game. McGinn is claiming he's being pushed away by Vicario for just standing his ground. Rob Jones is having a word with both players. John McGinn has just been spoken to again. He's been pushed away again by Vicario. And been pushed again. They also need to be careful. And he comes in again, cleared away. Fouled by Kamara for backing into Vicario there. Well, if anything, Kamara was pushing him into him.
That's right. Yeah, they need to be careful in this situation.
Yes, here comes Aston Villa to do some defending now as Spurs can come away with balls. Oiber gets Son away. He's onside Youngmin Son. Youngmin Son for 2-0. And it is.
Well, again, that was a quick break.
Pedro. This goal's being disallowed. It's still 1-0 Spurs. Will I see
Yeah,
this again, Paul? Is he offside as the ball's played?
yeah, it looks
Yes,
offside
he
to
is.
me by about a yard. Yeah, he just timed his run too early there. But again, it was very easy how they carved open the Villa defence. But such quick one-touch football by Spurs, and they look very good on the break. They really are up for this today.
They are indeed, Paul. It's Aston Villa. Will try and come away with possession. What can they do with this now? Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 0. Almost 2-0 to Tottenham when that goal just been disallowed there after Son finished off nicely. I was just about to put a goal for next to Son's name on my little team sheet I've got written out in front of me like I've done next to the cell, so to tell you who scored the goals. There's a free kick to Aston Villa. Douglas Luiz standing over this. I can't see him shooting from here, Paul. I think he may try and put it into the box and try and go for a goal that way. We'll see what happens
It's a good
in a
40 yards
second.
out.
Will he go for goal here or will he go for a cross? If he goes for the goal, then Watkins and Douglas Luiz and Diaby are interfering with play because they stood in the eye line of the goalkeeper. It was Watkins and Consbury out to Diaby on the left hand side. Kamara has it on the edge of the penalty area. Kamara plays it out wide. Slides in. Kamara got the ball according to the referees. The ball's played in. And Villa can't take advantage. There he goes. Out for a goal kick. And we to 6 minutes at a time here, Paul.
Yeah, again, what I'm seeing here as well, again, we're seeing complaints that Villa thought that might have been a corner, but you've got McGinn getting in the referee's face. McGinn has been booked, and the referee there just rather comically just tells him, I just read the referee's lips there, and it was just like, go away. And I think that's the best advice he could have given McGinn because he's on a yellow card, and he wants to be very careful right now.
Yes, absolutely. Pedro Porro is the first player down. And he's having a word with Rob Jones now. It's John McGinn as the Villa captain. Mr. Royale is there along with the physio talking to Pedro Porro. Hopefully, the Spurs will need a stretcher for this. Look at this one here on Pedro Porro. It's from Kamara. There's hardly a touch there, Paul, but he's gone down injured anyway.
Looks like he was just caught. Sometimes those on the ankle can be pretty painful, Ross. It depends on the contact, of course, and sometimes it's always difficult when you're watching on a monitor to try to determine what the contact actually is. But those on the ankle can be pretty painful because the shin pad doesn't protect that area really.
Yes, and we'll have to wait to see what happens with this here, because if Tottenham have to make another change, that's 2 changes in the first half due to injury. And it looks as though if they are to make a change, it will be Eric Dyer that will come on.
He looks in a lot of pain there, does Porro. He's still limping. Let's see how. It'll be interesting to monitor how that goes on, Ross. Might just be an impact injury.
Yes, probably an impact injury. Seems to be okay, walking okay, as he's back to his feet now. Let's see how this game unfolds in the final few seconds of first half stoppage time. It's Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 0 in the game between Spurs and Aston Villa. Villa win the header through Matty Cash. Then Spurs win possession with Lo Celso. Royale has it all the way back now to Vicario. Spurs just have possession. If you're still tuned in, Martin, very good afternoon to you, my friend, or for you and Gemma are okay. Two friends of mine who's a Tottenham fan, said you'll be listening in this afternoon. And his partner there just gave a mention too. Hopefully, you're both doing well this afternoon here, listening along to us here on the commentary bus running alongside Paul James, your commentators for Tottenham Hotspur 1, Aston Villa 0. Tottenham have a free kick which has been taken quickly by Lo Celso, and now is with Emerson Royale to find Ben Davis. Ben Davis will have Granil in support down the line, and he goes inside the time. Davis to Kulusevski, and now he finds Spurs who can get the ball forward, cleared away. Collins' there. What can Collins do here with possession? He cleared it downfield. Edge scoping is cleared away, drops it all the way back then to Vicario, and Vicario will try to get the ball away. Pedro Porro's caught out, and here's Mustafi celebrating. Mustafi, can he get a strike? And he can't. Which was Watkins, but fantastic vital clearance from Emerson Royale, and now Spurs can try and break it. Can they know? Villa back on possession. Boubacar Kamara. Ball over to Lukadin, who's onside. Outside of the penalty on the left hand side. Moves the ball in, looking for the runs of Watkins in time for the penalty there. Makes for Diablo, goes into the. Watkins is in there, but it's saved by Vicario. And Vicario can try and fetch Spurs a quick counter attack and finds Brian Hill. He needs to get this ball quickly for the to get him goes before half time. Hill is caught out and is out for a Spurs throwing. Well, this mistake here is why Villa are so good at the press. And luckily, the Tottenham there, Villa went in to punish them. Which is the final first half now, where it remains Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 0.
Yeah, pretty sloppy, Ross, there by Spurs defensively, but they'll have to take more of an advantage of this. They're trying to walk the ball into the net, get the shot away from the edge of the box, try Vicario, see if you can't get a deflection. You don't score unless you put the ball on the goal. You put the ball on the goal, and good things happen usually.
Yes, and that's what Lo Celso didn't need other weapon there. You got a deflection, and it went in.
Yeah.
If you don't shoot, you don't score.
That's it, exactly.
Watkins just can't get there as Vicario just clears it away towards halfway. Free kick to Aston Villa, I think, for a foul out on this right hand side, which is a foul on, I think it was Boubacar Kamara. Let's go up and retrieve the ball. Douglas Luiz Taylor's free kick, which will be the last chance saloon for Tottenham Hotspur to see out this Villa pressure. Depending on if everyone's had any more time after this, it's Douglas Luiz who will deliver the free kick. He's into his place. Torres is there! And he's 1-1. Right on the stroke of half time, Pau Torres. It's on for Aston Villa. It's 1-1. And what an header. And what an end to this first half. Pau Torres has levelled it. It's Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 1.
Oh, yes, but it's a wonderful header, but let's give credit to Luiz for his free kick, Ross. That free kick was bang, ping, right on the head of Torres. Absolutely right on the head. He barely had to move his head. That's how good that free kick was. It was extremely accurate, and it landed right on the head of Torres, and Vicario, no chance from there. And that goal, to me, is a good goal, and definitely not offside that time. And Spurs have been punished for the chances that they've missed in this first half, but what a finish by Torres.
Yes, fantastic header from Pau Torres. And for me, Paul, I think it's just what Aston Villa deserve for the way they played in this first half as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've taken their chance. I just wonder if they're going to check this for offside. They usually do in this kind of situation, but to me, that looked a good goal, I'll be honest.
Yes, and I can tell you, VAR are checking for a possible offside here. I can't see where the offside is here from here. Good afternoon to you, G. Wesley says, still waiting for Brennan Johnson to turn up at Spurs. Just checking this goal for offside here again. It looks like the goal's going to be given.
Yeah, right decision
It
for
is
me.
1-1 at the moment. I think the goal will be given in a minute. We'll get confirmation in a minute from Rob Jones and the goal will stand. Goal stands is 1-1 after the equalise.
Yeah, right decision
1-1.
for me, Ross. Right decision.
Spurs get this first half back underway after that goal review. Great decision, like Paul has mentioned. We're right on the stroke of half time. Aston Villa are right back in this game now. And that will change the team talks of both Ange Postecoglou and Unai Emery's. Couldn't even get worse here for Spurs before half time if we get to play that right. But Oibia is stepping in to get the ball back and just tidying up and just trying to get Spurs to half time. I was about to say to you, Paul, before the free kick was taken, Ange Postecoglou will be happy to get this game to the 1-0 to half time with the way Villa have come back into it. And then Villa was equalised after, just as they were about to say that to you. So if I've got something else to say to you where there could be a goal involvement, I'll probably just think about saying it and not saying it, and we might get another goal.
Yeah, I mean, I think Spurs can look to the missed chances that they've had in this first half, to be honest, to see where they are right now.
Yes, and good afternoon to you as well, G. West, from myself and from Paul. Hopefully you're doing okay. As there goes the half-time whistle at the end of this first half, and what a fantastic first half it's been as well. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Aston Villa 1 is the scoreline at the break. Goal from Brian Hill for goal from Giovanni Lo Celso for Tottenham, should I say. And they'll go right on stroke of half time from Pau Torres for Aston Villa, who had a goal disallowed through Ollie Watkins. Been a fantastic game in that first half. And Paul, just before we do go for a break, just give us your overall assessment on that first half.
Well, I said there was going to be goals, and I'm not surprised. The game has been alive from the first minute. Both teams had good chances. Obviously, Spurs have had a couple of goals disallowed. Villa have had a goal disallowed. I think all the decisions were correct for the disallowed goals. I think the correct VAR decision was made for the equaliser as well. But I think Spurs can turn to the missed chances that they've had in this first half as to why they're going in 1-1 and not perhaps 2-3 in the lead like they should be at the moment. I think for the most part, Spurs have dominated the first half, given a little bit of time when Villa had some control in the game early on. But I think for Villa, I think they'll feel very fortunate to be going in at half time at 1-1. For Spurs, well, they've got to take their chances in the second half if they want to win this game.
That they do indeed, Paul. That they do indeed. Well, myself will Paul, we're back to you in around about 15 minutes' time for the second half coverage. We will leave you with the score at half time. Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspur 1, Aston Villa 1. Join us again in 15 minutes. Welcome back to the Common Chubs coverage of the game between Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa. 1-1 at the break after Giovanni Lo Celso's wonderful strike was cancelled out by Pau Torres. It'd be interesting to see if there'd be any more changes to either side at the break. It doesn't look like Tottenham made any further changes, and it doesn't look like Aston Villa are going to make any changes as of yet. 1-1 is the scoreline if you're just tuning into us as Aston Villa are about to make their way out onto the field. It looks like Villa are going to make a change. As I stand corrected, Leon Bailey is about to come on for Aston Villa. Be interested to see who he's coming on for after the half-time break. So didn't really notice anybody with an injury towards the end of that first half for Aston Villa. It is going to be for the man who was picked up a yellow card in that first half, Matty Cash, is the player who is being withdrawn in place of Leon Bailey. And Diaby is also being replaced by Yuri Tillemans, which is a surprise one for me. Is a surprise one for me. I thought Diaby looked good along with Watkins. Probably a change in formation as well then for Aston Villa with those two substitutions being made. But we'll see about that in a second. We're about to get back off and underway. It will be Tottenham will kick us off in the second half through Son Heung-min will attack the goal away to our right hand side in the second half. Villa attacking the goal away to our left hand side in the second half. And we're back underway then. As here comes Tottenham Hotspur in possession with Emerson Royale. Across into the path of Ben Davies, who brilliantly chips the ball forward. It's cleared away. Here's Brian Hill. Down the line it goes, and this is fantastic work from Destiny Udogie. On the left-hand side, being forced backwards. That's good pressure from Aston Villa. Running through the two sides when we get a stoppage in place. Here comes Brian Hill in towards the penalty area on the left-hand side. Down the line, takes on Ezri Konza through the legs of Ezri Konza, but then Leon Bailey by there doing the defensive work. We clears it to Pedro Porro. And the Spurs right back coming into midfield to win the ball back there. High up the field. We'll keep you across all the action today from this game in the Premier League. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Aston Villa 1, Russ Ferdinand and Paul James with you for the second period now. Free kick to Spurs, foul on Destiny Udogie. So quickly run you through the teams then. For Tottenham is Vicario in goal, Porro, Emerson, Davison, Udogie. Then it's Oibier in the Celso midfield with Johnston, Kulusevski and Hill in midfield with Son in attack. Aston Villa now, it is Emi Martinez in goal for them. It's Konza, Carlos, Torres and Digne across the back. It is now Bailey, Kamara, Louise and McGinn with Watkins and Tillemans in attack. We'll have to let the team news now. As here comes Davies out wide for Tottenham into the path of Brian Hill, brings the ball backwards to Davis into the path of Emerson Royale. Look to get the ball forward, up over halfway, and still going. Is Emerson Royale, still going, plays it in the field. Ben Davies, cross field pass into the path of Brennan Johnson, who goes down. Is it a free kick here? Yes. Free kick to Spurs in a good crossing position. Foul on Brennan Johnson. Maybe Pedro Porro there. Johnson with the pat on the back of him there before Johnson moves into the centre. Tottenham Hotspur against Aston Villa is a score, and it's Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 1. Porro sending over this free kick, so he's okay to continue. Layout, Johnson, Son, Davis, all inside the penalty area. Joined by Oibier. The Celso Hill on the edge of the penalty area. It is a cross into the penalty, punched away by Emilton Martinez. Out to Bernil. There's a first shot and deflects it just wide for the corner. The Celso again striking a goal, which was deflected wide for the corner. And Tottenham starting the second half strongly. We'll get your thoughts on the opening few minutes after we see this corner out here, Paul, on the start of the second half. As the corner's taken short into Bernil, edge of the penalty area. Rolls it back to Destiny Udogie. Wide it goes to Pedro Porro. Porro with the low ball in. It's deflected behind for another corner, and Spurs, yet again, causing full problems. Porro takes it quickly to Kulusevski. Kulusevski is bad there. Ball towards the penalty, edge towards goal, and just over from Son. 2 balls on the pitch. So once you counted if that had gone in after the cross, before the cross is taken, with 2 balls on the pitch. So once you counted, we almost 5 minutes in the second half, Paul, and Spurs have started on the front foot like they did in the first half.
Yeah, direct approach by Spurs. But again, there was a chance there for Son. Managed to put it over the crossbar, whether or not it would have counted or not. But again, another opportunity for Tottenham, and they're going to have to start taking these because otherwise they may end up being sucker punched again.
Yes, it is Pierre-Emile Højbjerg now for Spurs. What can they do? Can they reignite the fire, find the goal that they so desperately want to get back into this league? Here's Dejan Kulusevski, while he goes to Brennan Johnson, ball across, goes to the back post. Brenner's there, he'll tail it, can't get a strike in, he'll back across into the side net, and it's a goal kick. Well, that's Paul again from Spurs in the final third of the back post there. This time Brennan after a brilliant bit of play with Porro and Brennan Johnson.
Yeah, again, Spurs just turning the screw right now. They are playing very good football at the moment. It may just be the final ball and in the end also the finishing. But at the moment, Villa are on the back foot and they've got to try to create something. Because if they keep absorbing this sort of pressure, Spurs will eventually score.
Yes, and Spurs will look to try and do that very, very quickly. While they're on top, will look to try and take advantage if they can. Just looking at the possession for the start of the second half, Paul, 94% for Spurs, only 6% for Aston Villa.
Hardly surprising from what we've seen so far.
With the dominance that they've had so far in the second half, as Destiny Udogie comes forward here for Spurs now, into Dejan Kulusevski. Out wide is Brennan Johnson. Johnson with the ball in. Edge scope and cleared away this time from Aston Villa. Comes out to Brennan Johnson again. Into Destiny Udogie, who pops up on the right hand side. He's playing left back. And now Spurs have caught out over that far side and spread it quickly from him again into Leon Bailey, who's onside. Running towards the penalty area. Bailey edge of the box. Bailey goes for goal. Saved by Vicario onto the post and somehow back into the hands of Vicario. And that's the moment you were talking about, Paul, which could have really changed the game as Spurs come away with possession. And now Villa back on the front foot again. Get your thoughts on that attack. That's the attack in a moment after we see of this one out. Tillemans. Collins does well. Leon Bailey again. Just to the post a few moments ago did Leon Bailey. Kamara gets the ball back from Tillemans. Douglas Luiz now. Good football from Aston Villa at the start of the second half. He's Luka Dean. Like he goes to Pau Torres. Spurs looking to try and get the ball back from Aston Villa. Villa trying to probe now to get into the lead as the ball is switched from right to left. And Luka Dean's there. Tries to put the ball in. He's deflected behind for a corner. Tries to the ball. You just talk about Villa potentially stuck at punching them. And they almost did there with Bailey.
Yeah, it was a dreadful, actually, mistake by Vicario. If that would have gone in, he'd have been very unhappy with himself. But again, this is what happens. You don't take your chances. The other team can go at the other end and score. Bailey unlucky there, to be fair.
Yes, corner then to Villa now. Beginning around the goalkeeper. Pau Torres in around there too. It's going to be Kamara to take it. It looks like. Miss Luiz. Luiz takes it towards the back post. Watkins has it across. And now Spurs can break. And Kulusevski's away. He needs support in and Kulusevski. He's gaining now inside of form of Johnson and Son. Kulusevski towards Son Heung-min. But Kulusevski, cross, but then Johnson can't get there. And from the blink of an eye, from one end to the other, Tottenham almost retain the lead.
Brilliant football by Spurs, Ross. Brilliant football. Just a quick break there and quick passing. All that needed was Brennan Johnson to get the slightest of touches to that to give Spurs the lead. But that was brilliant by Tottenham. And again, good football. But again, just the final ball that let them down in the end.
Yes, it's Emerson Royale into Ben Davies. How wide it goes now. Ben Davies again. Here is Emerson Royale. And forward it goes from Emerson Royale. Now Brennan Johnson. What can he do here now? How much Pedro Porro? Better from Spurs this. Kulusevski again. Udogie. Forward pass from Udogie. Now Villa can break. His Kamara gets it to Leon Bailey, who's got winning support. Bailey goes down. No free kick given as he slipped in the end. Spurs on the attack. Lo Celso through to Son. Son inside the penalty. Son Heung-min still going. Brilliant challenge from Carlos. Lo Celso now from Hill. Into Son. Across, saved by the goalkeeper. But Spurs again.
Look at how quick they break out, Ross. Just look at how quick they break out. This pass to Son, this was a vital challenge by Diego Carlos. But look at how quick they break out. And this is what makes them so difficult to play against. And as we look at that Brennan Johnson chance again, but so quick they broke out there. That tackle by Diego Carlos was so crucial. Son get the shot away, but it's a good save in the end by Martinez.
Yes, absolutely. It's Luka Dean now. Spurs fans getting really behind their team now, trying to come on you Spurs. And Spurs players are almost putting Villa players under that bit of pressure. Villa players crumbling this noise inside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Kamara just keeps it from going down for a corner. He'll push him under pressure. Carlos clears it away. He's Leon Bailey out wide now. Into Tielemans. Tielemans drops the ball back. And now Villa will try and bend with McGinn. Oh, fantastic turn from John McGinn. Over halfway, John McGinn is still going. Brilliant from John McGinn. Leads it through for Ollie Watkins. Outside, Ollie Watkins slips in the back to him, gets back to his feet. And he's forced to it. That slip just took him away from where he wants to be. It's about from Luka Dean. Edge of the penalty area is Tielemans. Wide he goes to Treasury Collins inside the penalty area. Goes down, no penalty given. And no penalty at all. It would have been a soft one and a harsh one if it had been given. More controversy if that had been given. Let's see if we get any more goals, but this has been far from a poor game, which I was being said about too early when I was telling someone I was doing this game, saying this is a poor game, you should be doing the later one. Being poor, yet not being poor at all. Dejan Kulusevski goes down. This is a free kick. No, says the referee. Play will continue. McGinn forward to Watkins. Louise. Good stuff this from Aston Villa. Pass from Louise. Finds Leon Bailey.
It was voted on by our listeners as well, Russ, wasn't it? I mean, it was our listeners between Twitter and Facebook. We had two separate polls, and it was voted on this game to show rather than Everton and Manchester United.
Yes, and so far, Paul, I know we've not seen the Everton United game yet because that's not till 4:30 this afternoon UK time. But so far, our listeners are getting the money's worth.
Oh, for sure.
They're getting their worth for the way to listen to this one. As here comes Aston Villa now. Oh, fantastic bit of play with Leon Bailey. No free kick given. And now Tottenham can try and break here. What can they do with possession? Down the line is Son Heung-min. Clever play from Son. Oh, fantastic ball from Son into Brian Hill. Hill with the ball in towards the penalty, but that poor ball again from Spurs in the final third. Kulusevski can try and make it better as he continues with the run. The penalty still going Dejan Kulusevski. It's Pedro Porro now. Oibia into Son from Brennan Johnson's pass, but it's offside. The goal would be disallowed. Oh, not count for Spurs.
There's actually two of them
What a
offside. Brennan Johnson was offside as well in that melee. I don't know why Son's complaining. He was about 2 or 3 yards offside.
Yes, and the correct decision to disallow the goal. And Son is still looking bemused as if to say why that goal's been chalked off. Well, if you look at the board inside the screen, they'll show it on there, mate, and you'll see that there were not just you, Brennan Johnson who put the ball across to was also in an offside position. And there's a free kick to Aston Villa, foul by Dejan Kulusevski, who's now getting annoyed with the referee himself. Brennan Johnson's also getting annoyed with the referee. It remains Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 1 in the Premier League. Russ Vernon alongside Paul James for this game today. Douglas Luiz now with possession. Good play this. Ball it over the top. Looking for Ollie Watkins. The corner's out there straight away. But McGee's gone for goal. But it goes just the wrong side of the post from the Villa point of view. And the right one for Tottenham point of view has been pushed down the mark. It's Tottenham Hotspur 1, Aston Villa 1. And that was unlucky there from John McGinn.
Yeah, he hit it right away. He actually had a bit more time probably there than he realised. But it was an audacious effort. Goalkeepers these days need to be sweepers, really. And Vicario did what he had to do there.
Yes, and here is Kulusevski. Brilliant bit of work. Dejan Kulusevski again. And he clears the ball away. Now here comes Douglas Lucadinha, should I say, not Douglas Luiz. And he's won a throw in there as Lucadinha in front of his manager, Unai Emery, who's barking out some instructions to his teammates now. And as we're on the hour mark now, Paul, just an hour and a half gone in this game, an hour and 35 seconds. 1 hour, 60 minutes and 35 seconds, or just over that now. I want to get your thoughts on what you think of the game's been like in this second half after we see this attack. Is Ollie Watkins at the penalty? Ollie Watkins, 2-1 Aston Villa. That goal will not be disallowed. And Aston Villa will go down. Potentially could have been 2 down. And now in the lead through Ollie Watkins, 2-1.
Not surprised. This is what happens when you don't take your chances. And as Villa have kind of gotten themselves more back into this game in the second half, the pass was played to Watkins, and Watkins squeezed between the 2 defenders here. The 2 defenders were not close enough on Watkins, and it was too late by the time they did get close enough. The ball was in the net. It was a good move between Watkins and Tielemans, and Watkins there just took the ball away past the goalkeeper. But a very simple move by Villa, but Spurs fell asleep at the back.
Yes, they did, and absolutely fantastic goal. 7th goal in his last 8 Premier League appearances now for Ollie Watkins. And what a man. And what a player he is, Ollie Watkins, this season. This is now his 3rd goal in 7 career appearances against Tottenham. In his previous 6, he's won 3 and lost 3. All in the Premier League for Aston Villa. He's now got 3 goals and 1 assist in the last 4 away games versus Tottenham. He scored in the 2-1 Premier League win back in May 2021 and in the defeat in October 2021, 2-1 defeat there. And he also assisted Emi Buendia's goal in the 2-0 Premier League win back on New Year's Day of 2023. And he's now got another goal today, which is his 3rd goal in his last 4 away appearances for Ollie Watkins. And he has now scored 47 goals. So he's the 4th Premier League top scorer for Aston Villa, 1 behind Dion Dublin, who has got 48 Premier League goals for Aston Villa. What a season and what a transformation he's had under Unai Emery. Here comes Tottenham now. With Destiny Udogie towards the penalty area. Goes out to Douglas Luiz. just clears it away. And anyway, we'll do now for Aston Villa. We'll look to try and hold on to this. Well, they've got a long time to hold on to it for. As Tottenham will come forward again. And it's Son Heung-min inside the penalty area. Son Heung-min inside the penalty, tries to get the ball across. And it's cleared away the near post brilliantly. It was Leon Bailey by Aston Villa. But Paul, what a transformation Ollie Watkins is had under Unai Emery. And what about those stats I mentioned against Tottenham Hotspur as well? Especially the one where he's fourth Premier League top scorer for Aston Villa with now 47 goals, one goal behind the brilliant striker that was Dion Dublin.
Yeah, I mean that's his 7th Premier League goal of the season as well. This whole Villa team are playing the best football I've seen Aston Villa play in 30 years. This is a much improved Villa under Unai Emery. And I don't think they need to hold on, Ross. I think they're growing into this game as the second half progresses and are looking very confident within themselves that they don't need to park the bus. They need to continue to grow in this game as they are doing. Spurs, on the other hand, now, well, the pressure is on them now, and they have to start to take some chances.
Yes, as Kulusevski will try and have them do that. Brilliant bit of play from Daniel Kulusevski. And it's going down on the channel of Luca Dean. The referee's not giving out anything there. It says play on. And now Tillemans, who sets up that Watkins, goes to put Villa into the lead. Gets it to Hayes. Kamara now has possession. What can Villa do here with possession? It's still got the ball. Diego Carlos puts the ball out of play. Dejan Kulusevski was still down. And then when Dejan Kulusevski got back, and as soon as the ball goes out of play, Dejan Kulusevski gets up. He goes down and trying to appeal for a penalty there, Paul. Your thoughts on that one? Penalty for you?
It could be. He left his foot in. He left his foot in. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not looking at that.
And I can tell everyone, VAR are checking a potential penalty to Aston Villa against Aston Villa for a foul on Dejan Kulusevski. And VAR have checked it. No penalty given.
It's interesting. I've seen them given for less, but yeah, I think it would have been a soft one to have given. But he did leave his foot in there, and when you do that, there's always running a risk. But I think the correct decision in the end was probably reached. I think for VAR today, it's been a plus for VAR today so far. And me saying that now, something's going to happen.
Yes, Paul, you should have waited till the end of the match to say something like that. You should have waited till the full time was still gone.
Yes, I know.
Knowing you've now just cursed VAR for the rest of today.
Yeah, some handball will be cleared off the line or something, and the VAR will totally miss it or something. I know, I can see it coming.
Or there could be a definite penalty that should have been given in VAR. Say no penalty.
Probably.
Something like that. Or we may not get any more controversy in this one. It may be in the later game, which unfortunately we won't be able to bring you today. Everton against Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
It's balls towards a penalty. Can Villa score then? No, they can't. Can Spurs get it in? No, fantastic save by Martinez. Villa couldn't keep it out. And the shot went very, very close to going in, and so unlucky from it being 2-2 there. And that's a fantastic save. Tonight, Pedro Porro there. Can Aston Villa get back into the lead here? And they hold on to this lead. That's what they're beginning to do right now. The corner whips in towards the penalty. He's got an header just over the bar. In the end, and that's an header just over the bar from Ben Davis. And Aston Villa sleeping there. That corner came in, and Ben Davis unlucky not to punish them.
Another golden opportunity that's just been wasted. You've got to hit the target from there. He's 7 yards out. It's a free header. You have to hit the target from there. It's a big enough target. That is, again, Spurs just blowing away another chance there.
Yes, coming on after us, not on the channel, but in the Premier League after this game is Everton against Manchester United. The team news is in for that one. It's Pickford in goal for it. I'll come off, break off for a moment. Just Buckets is almost in there as Villa got through. Which was about to bring you the team news from the later game for it. For anyone who's interested in knowing the team news for that, then you can watch it or listen to it elsewhere. Wherever to listen to your games from. As a free kick being given foul back on Kamara. Free kick to Aston in a good strong position. We'll run you through the Everton team now for this free kick. It's Pickford in goal for Everton. Young, Tarkowski, Branthwaite, Mikalenko, Harrison, Garner, Gay, McNeil, and then Decore behind Calvert-Lewin. We'll give you the Man United starting lineup after this free kick, which looks like has got Douglas Luiz, Luca Dean, all sending over this one at this moment in time. Leon Bailey there too, having a word with them. If from this position they're simple, who would you say favours it the most? Bailey, Tillemans, or Luca Dean Fiore from
Well, it's got Luca Dean written all over it, hasn't it? But it's what 20, 23, 24 yards out. I mean, Louise may want to strike this as well. So I think it's a toss up really between the two of them.
Yes, it looks like it's going to be Louise or Luca Dean to take it, or they could even surprise everyone and roll it across to Leon Bailey. Luca Dean with fantastic save from Vicario to keep that out. Fantastic save down away to his left hand side and pushes it behind for a corner, Paul James.
Very good free kick and a good save. Good football all round, really. That was a really good free kick by Luca Dean. Scrambling across to make that save was Vicario, keeping his side in it at 2-1.
Yes, and we're waiting to see what this corner comes from. If anything comes from this corner for Aston Villa. Begin getting pushed by Vicario. As a corner will come in now. Still getting pushed. It's go up. Just wide from Ollie Watkins. Bounces just wide as he thought he was about to equal Dion Dublin's record in the Premier League for Aston Villa. And that's so close to doing so. Just bounces alongside of the post ball.
Well, again, you have to say that's a golden opportunity. Golden opportunity. And in the end, it just goes just wide. Look, Vicario's beaten all ends up there, Ross. All ends up. If that's on target, it's 3-1.
Yes, and Brian Hill's day is over. Oliver Skip comes on to replace him. And Brian Hill today, what have you made to his performance?
I think given a couple of instances surrounding his first touch, I still think he's worked very, very hard in that attacking midfield role.
Tries to get a shot in, he can't. Comes out to Yuri Tillemans, edge of the penalty still. And now, here comes the Celso to get the ball away. What can Villa doing now as they try and come again? Leon Bailey to Yuri Tillemans. Back to Bailey again. Has to go back to Kamara. What can they do here now, Aston Villa? How wide it goes brilliantly. What can he do here now? Aston Villa will look to try and get another goal to make sure of the victory tonight. This morning, all this happened depending where you're tuning in from. As the 2-1 lead is very, very dangerous, as everyone will tell you in the world of football. What can they do here with possession? It's Aston Villa who lead by 2-1. Goals from Paltrez and Ollie Watkins turn this game around after Giovanni Lo Celso put Spurs in the lead as there's something done for Spurs. It's a Bennett Johnson shot saved fantastically well. Comes out to Dejan Kulusevski. Kulusevski can he get striking on goal? He can't. Skip! Oh, just wide. It was Oibia in fact to have that effort. And that was a fantastic save from Emi Martinez to keep Villa in the lead
Just a
here.
good example there, Ross, of how good Emil Martini is. Super save on both counts.
Yes. I wonder if Spurs can profit from this corner, which will be taken by Pedro Porro. Porro with a low ball in and a 4-1, in fact. And Aston Villa can now break. If they were this right, Villa could be in for a counter-attack goal. But Leon Bailey has just held on to it for too long. We'll bring you through the Man United team now for their game against Everton. It's Onana, Dallo, Lindelof, Maguire and Shaw, McTominay and Mano, Rashford, Fernandes and Garnacho, with Martial in attack. In the game between Everton and Manchester United, which kicks off at 4:30 this afternoon. Unfortunately, not able to be brought to you here on the commentary of. Here is Luka Dean towards the penalty area. Still going Luka Dean. Can he bring this ball away? And a wonderful bit of running here from Dejan Kulusevski. He's away from his man. Kulusevski still going. The penalty area. Dejan Kulusevski with a run on his efforts. Saved it. That would have been a wonderful goal, which would have been deserved if that had gone in there, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a save you'd expect Martinez to make, but it's nevertheless, it's Spurs breaking forward, and again, it's chances, it's opportunities, and they're not taking them. And as a consequence, Villa are still leading, and Villa have come more into this game in the second half. They've looked at a much better, much more relaxed and solid team in this second half. And at the moment, they're looking quite dangerous on the break as well.
That they are indeed, Paul, that they are indeed Spurs. They've conceded goals for and against in the early season. 1 minute to 72, 10. 73 to 90 plus 8. So Spurs have only conceded 8 goals and scored 8 goals in the last 73 to 90 minutes. So scored probably about 4 in each. Scored 4 goals and conceded 4 goals in that time. And in the first time was probably scored 5 and conceded 5 in that time. Let's see how this will do towards the end of this game as the ball is played forward. Can Spurs get a win? It's Brennan Johnson. Can Spurs claw this game back? Or will it be too little too late? As Spurs will try and knock on the door in towards the penalty area. Comes across to Dejan Kulusevski. Kulusevski just controls it well. Edge of the penalty area. Still going Dejan Kulusevski goes down. Is the penalty? No, cleared away. What can Spurs do here now with possession once they get it back? They've got to go long. They've still got time on their side, but they need to get it forward quickly because if they don't and Villa win it back, Villa will just run down the clock and make it even harder for Spurs to get anything out of it. As the ball's in towards the penalty area and chested back brilliantly by Pau Torres there in the end. Paul James.
Yeah, they're looking very solid defensively at Villa as well. That was a good intricate piece of defending there. Good use of improvisation. For Spurs, I just wonder if they're running out of ideas at the moment. They are still coming forward. They're looking for chances and they're creating them, but they're not taking them.
Yes, can they take at least one of them? Ball's played down the line. With a bit of footwork, and it's harmlessly out of play for a goal kick to Aston Villa. So time will now tick away from Spurs. They really need to do something quickly if they are to get anything out of this. Emi Martinez, who was a former Rotherham United loanee at one stage, also played for Sheffield Wednesday, both clubs not far from where I live in South Yorkshire. Is cleared up downfield. Watkins flicks later on, is cleared away. Can Spurs have one last chance or near enough one last chance to get a goal and then potentially go on to win it? But they need to get this ball forward quickly if they don't have a chance to try and get anything out of this. They can't really take the time with the time on the clock beginning to run down. What can they do with possession here now? It's cleared away. What can Spurs do here now? Can they get the ball forward? They can't. They need to get it forward quickly if they can, Spurs. Edge of the penalty area now is Pedro Porro. He has to go back though. Jonathan Royale. Skip out wide. Kulusevski. Royale. Good work. Davis into the Celso, spreading the play brilliantly out wide. Players on that far side there. Villa trying to come forward. He's in towards the penalty. Brennan Johnson's in there. No ball in. Cleared away. Villa managed to clear it further. Yuri Tillmans has got the ball. He goes to Douglas Luiz. Luiz to Watkins. This is where Villa can really punish Spurs if they play this right. Watkins to McGinn. Tillmans. Now Kamara will let up a shot. Thought about it. He said goes to Leon Bailey. Inside the penalty now Leon Bailey. Back to Tillmans. Villa knocking on the door. Trying to get that third goal. And based on this second half performance from Aston Villa, the third, you wouldn't say, Paul, would be against someone that really deserved to be in the lead in the second half. Villa would then, every time they've gone forward, they would like to score goals in this second half for Aston. To do Unai Emery's side.
Yeah, they've definitely grown into the second half and deserve the lead right now, Russ.
Yes, as the ball is played forward, Watkins is onside. He's had a penalty, Ollie Watkins. Holds up the play well. Leon Bailey goes for goal, shot is blocked by Skip, and now Spurs pick the ball forward. Brennan Johnson's after this, and he gets there. Son trying to burst his way into the penalty area, and he does so. Johnson goes one way, puts it in, and just over the bar in the end, and Brennan Johnson wastes it, and he knows that's a waste.
Well, he looks very frustrated with himself, doesn't he? It's a bad cross, ultimately. But it's, again, it's all down to what Spurs has done. It's not just Brennan Johnson. Spurs collectively as a team have wasted opportunities. They've got 10 minutes left to try to get something out of this game. They're staring down the barrel at their third straight defeat. And, well, it'll drop them out the top four and, of course, put Aston Villa ahead of them. So this is not a game that they can afford to lose, really.
G Waz has been on and says, great game. Both teams going for it. They are indeed, my friend. And Champo Tata says, how are we? We're both doing okay, thank you, my friend. Hopefully you're doing fine. And thank you very much for tuning in and listening to us this afternoon or morning or evening, depending where you're from. Let us know where you're listening from, guys. And we'll give you a shout out. And let us know what time of day it is and what's the time where you are. And we'll give you a shout out and say good morning, good evening, or good night, or hello, or even good afternoon, depending where you are. As here comes Aston Villa. We've come on edge of the box. Shot is saved and pushed away. McGinn's there now inside the penalty. John McGinn. Ibsen up towards the back post. Watkins is there and he's just bounces wide for a goal kick.
How important will that save prove out to be?
Yeah, Watkins is appealing for something there at the back post. Not sure what he's appealing for. Let's see if we can see what he's appealing for on this angle, Paul. Let's have a look.
Looks like he's appealing for the corner, actually. But
And
it didn't come off. It didn't come off the number 33 there.
It does actually come up and back. It just pushes back to his neck, and then goes wide for me, Paul.
Yeah.
So for me, Watkins has got a good claim there. For me, you disagree, which is fine. It's all about opinions. As here comes Tottenham now, trying to find a way back into this game. And time is slowly fading away from them. Madoge pulls the ball back in. It's cleared away. It's a corner to Spurs. Can they get one last chance here? Watkins picks up a yellow card for his protests, saying it should have been a corner, which is stupid to do. Aston Villa to defend this corner then.
He should have kept quiet.
This is from the left-hand side for Spurs. His son's in there, but they're going to be retaking it. And McGinn went down before the corner was taken. Corner to be retaken. Foul by Davis. On McGinn inside the penalty area before the corner was taken. So no free kick to be given. Son's now watching him closely. Going towards the penalty. Son's can't get there. And he's easily claimed. Ben Martinez, he was just about to get back up when Ezri Konsa just pushed him back down to pat him on his back.
Well, Ross.
Good defence, goalkeeping again there for Martinez to come and claim it, Paul.
Yeah, he's made a couple of good saves today. He's put himself in my mind for player of the match. I've not quite decided who it's going to be yet, but I think some of his saves throughout this game have been key to Villa keeping the lead that they're on right now.
Yes, and what I will say is, we're coming up towards 83.5 minutes. I will ask for your player of the match on as soon as we hit the 90. So you can so you've got a bit of time to have a think, my friend. As here comes Skip into the path of Dejan Kulusevski. Back into Oliver Skip. Skip chips up to the back post. He can't get there. But the ball skipped away from Brendan Johnson after that ball in from Oliver Skip. Now here is Ben Davies who puts the ball in. Dejan Kulusevski will keep it alive at the back post for Tottenham. Here is Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Good bit of footwork. Emerson Royale. With full play from Emerson Royale. He towards the penalty area, goes to the back post. He's Dejan Kulusevski. First round ball, nothing given. One towards the penalty. Shot! Pedro Paris the pass! Goes back out, son! 2-2, is it? No! The flag's up again! For offside against Heung-min Son. And that's about 3 goals that Heung-min Son's thought he scored today. And all 3 of them being decided for offside, Paul James.
Well, I think Spurs have had about 4 goals disallowed for offside today, and I think that was the correct decision as well. I think he was just offside. To be honest with you, it's one of them, isn't it? Just may not be Spurs' day today, but that was a tremendous shot.
Yes, tremendous shot in the goal. Has been reviewed by VAR, I think. We're not being given a Spurs now making a change there for goal scorer. Giovanni Lo Celso is off, and Alio Vélez, the Argentine, will come on for his fellow countryman. For his Spurs debut, I've not seen him play for Spurs before. I've not even seen him play football before, so it'll be first up for me of him and see what he can do in the final 5 minutes, trying to help Spurs back into this game. Højbjerg gets it back to Mr. Royale. Højbjerg flicks the ball away. Breaks for John McGinn, who can come forward for Aston Villa. Out wide to Douglas Luiz. Infield, it goes to the path of Yuri Tillemans. Can he line up a shot? He can't. Comes out to Kamara. Tries to dink it into the penalty area. Doggy just chests it back to his goalkeeper. And that's good defensive work there in the end, Paul.
Yeah, it's smart work again, and Villa are starting to look a lot more comfortable as this game has gone on, and they're passing the ball around. Just look at this. This is quick passing, smart play by Villa. Could do with a third to wrap it up for sure, but they're looking very good right now.
Yes, it is. Luca Dean trying to add the third that you've just mentioned about, Paul. His ball in is cleared away at the near post by Ben Davies, and now Aston Villa can try and come away with possession. Wonder what Aston Villa have got in their locker to try and see if they can turn this around, if they can.
Yeah, they've got.
Paul.
Well, it's to be honest with you, I think Spurs they're coming forward. They're creating chances, but they're just not taking them. And of course, they're running into Emiliano Martinez, who's also playing very well in this game.
Yes, and Aston Villa having to do some defending. Martinez will look like most likely to be called upon in this venue to save Villa if not careful. What can Aston Villa do here now is Oliver Skip, who comes forward for Spurs. Villa plays back in line behind him. Goes for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. To the penalty area goes Højbjerg. Can't pick out Dejan Kulusevski. And he's cleared away. Down the line it goes. We'll give you the play of the match next time we have a stoppage in plays. Paul's made up his mind on who's going to be the play of the match. And here comes Aston Villa. No Bailey side of the penalty, edge of the penalty area. No Bailey, we one way than the other. Breaks for Douglas Luiz. Chips back up out wide from the unbeatable. It's onside, is he? No. Flag goes up for offside. So, Paul, the offside flag is up. Would you like to give our listeners your choice for player of the match this evening?
Well, as
Or
I
should I
seem
say,
to be.
or should I say afternoon here in the UK or morning?
Yeah, well, as I've been, as this has fallen on to me, my player of the match today is Emiliano Martinez. I think he's made vital saves at the right time to keep the score level before Villa went into the lead, and then when Villa went into the lead, also made a couple of crucial saves to maintain that lead. So for me, the player of the match today, as sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Aston Villa's number one, Emiliano Martinez.
Thank you very much. Then that's Paul James's player of the match. Let us know. Would you have gone for Emi Martinez, or would you have gone for someone else? Is this Dejan Kulusevski? Winning for away from Dejan Kulusevski going to outside the penalty. It goes down. Free kick to Spurs in a good position. Chance for them to have a strike on goal and get the a late equaliser here. Will Emi Martinez provide yet another top quality save? He's in a good position here to shoot here, Paul. But it looks as though they may be going for a cross. It looks as though Pedro Porro's going to take it, unless he's going to go for a goal himself.
Well,
The way it's
Kulishevsky's
shaping
moving
up,
over as well, isn't he?
yeah, but because the way it's shaping up, it looks like he's going to go for a cross here. Initially from Pedro Porro, Kulusevski just moves away. It will be Porro. It looks like it's going to be a cross. Or will he just look like that to confuse everybody? Porro, it is a cross. And he bounces all the way through. And he goes behind for a goal kick as we enter a minimum of 6 added minutes at the end of this game as Aston Villa make another double substitution. Jacob Ramsey is coming on for the skipper, Tom McGinn, who's on a yellow card. And the goal scorer,
Smart
who's
decision.
also on a yellow card, Ollie Watkins, is being replaced. And he is being replaced by John Duran. And John McGinn is now passing our player of the match, and Martinez, the captain's armband.
Yeah, smart decision to get the players off who are booked. You don't want to risk any suspensions. You certainly don't want to be losing Ollie Watkins for any length of time with the form he's in right now.
Yes, and just talk to me about Watkins' performance today, Paul. What have you liked about it? What have you disliked about it? Is there anything that you've disliked about his performance? Or have you like where he's showing us today?
No, I think he's just improving game in and game out, and he's showing himself to be the talent that everybody thought he once was. He's just been
Paul, was the
amazing.
top moment is Villa on the attack with the substitute Ramsey down the left side. He goes out for throw to Spurs. So continue your point on Ollie Watkins' top. So
Yeah,
Ollie Watkins
it's
also.
just been amazing. He's going to be knocking on the door of the England setup if he's not there already. He's improving game in and game out under Unai Emery, and he's got 7 goals this season already. And you're not going to see the end of this. You can expect him to probably get about 20 goals this season if he carries on at this rate.
Yes, it is Pedro Porro. What can Spurs do here now? Can Spurs get back into it, or will they suffer their third straight defeat? Spurs thought that was their throwing. He's been given the other way. Wonder if the throwing will be taken in a moment. Interesting final few moments. The Spurs look to knock on the door. There's a foul there by Pau Torres on the substitute Velez. There, as we see this challenge again, and he's clearly took him out. Could be the yellow card for Pau Torres, who's also the other goal scorer for Aston Villa today. Aston Villa still leading by 2 goals to 1 here on the commentary of Russ Vernon alongside Paul James as a cork free kick comes in from Tottenham is cleared away. Any chance for Spurs to get the ball back into the box needs to be done quick. Is yet another free kick. Foul on Brennan Johnson by Yuri Tillemans. Yuri Tillemans not happy with the decision from the referee. Be interested to see if they do get anything out of this one. In a moment, there's a man down to the penalty for Aston Villa. I think it is, yes, Diego Carlos is down. Just being held back up to his feet now. We just had a bit of cramp. So just gain some treatment with that from his from his teammates. What can they do here with possession? It's Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 2. The ball's whipped in, cleared away. It bounces behind. It will be a corner to Tottenham Hotspur. Less than 90 seconds to go. In towards the penalty, flicked on, and just past the post. Emerson Rowe's flick just goes wide. It looks like it's going to be another corner here, and it is. Vicario looking. Can he go up there yet? No, yet he seems. Kulusevski with the corner. Martinez comes and claims it. And he's hurt his back in the process. Martinez. He's now getting up. After taking a bit of time to hurt his ribs.
Not getting much sympathy from the Spurs fans either, but Son had a chance there on the back post. He just wasn't able to react to it. It would have been a more difficult chance, but as time ticking down now, I don't want to place a commentator's curse on it, but Spurs don't look like they're going to score right now.
Don't say anything to the Liverpool commentator's curse. It is Leon Bailey. Villa just trying to see how this game and hold it out. Can they do that? Drops it all the way back. And the ball is hit long downfield. Cleared away. Ball is back forward. And ball there. The ball hit the referee as Villa tried to come forward here, so the referee gives the ball back to Aston Villa. Ball forward from Collins is in long. Leon Bailey to chase after it and get there. Does well, Leon Bailey up against Destiny Udogie. So we're going Leon Bailey. Udogie just pushes the foot out and clears it out. We're throwing Villa fans in that corner, jumping up and down. They can sense the final whistle is close. Will the final whistle be blown any second now? We wait and watch this. What can they do? It's cleared away. Anyway, we'll do that for Aston Villa. Spurs will want to get it forward. And Bailey shoots just wide. That could be the last chance of the game. Spurs, if not to get anything out of it, need to get it forward. And quick. It didn't need to be the short goal kick. Spurs, winner with it. Fantastic challenge from Ollie Watkins. There's Duran, John Duran does well. Douglas Luiz. Back into Duran. Still going Duran. Goes one way, then the other. Goes down, free kick. Foul by Polo on Duran. Any second now the whistle will be blown. I'll have to say. And it is. The whistle is blown, no time for the free kick. It's Aston Villa who will continue there in good form under Unai Emery. A move above Tottenham in the Premier League table. Aston Villa have won by 2-1. Ollie Watkins, the match winner in the end for Aston Villa this evening. We're full-time score in our feature match today. Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 2. And Paul, what's been your overall thoughts on the game today, my friend?
Well, as the second half have progressed, I have to say Villa deserved the victory. They've gotten into the game in the second half. They settled into the game well. They took their chances, which Spurs didn't do in the first half and didn't do in the second half. And I don't think Ange Postecoglou can have any complaints with that. I think Villa deserved the victory, and they just keep going from strength to strength. As for Spurs, that's 3 defeats in a row now. Ange Postecoglou is facing a familiar problem that previous Spurs managers have had to deal with. A really good start to the season and fading away in November and December.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. And when you look at that performance back today, they will be saying, and I can see why some people may be saying, if you look at that performance today, you understand why some of the people may be thinking that the performance today is not good enough from Spurs.
Yeah, it's lacking something, isn't it? It's I think the the chances that they've had, not taking those chances. This game should have been dead and buried by half time, really. Villa had a pretty good start, but fell away for most of that first half. The second half, Villa took advantage of the chance they had early on in the second half, and 61 minutes, hour gone when Ollie Watkins got his goal. But it's Villa haven't been at Villa have maintained that they've grown as the game has gone on. Spurs haven't taken their chances, and it's back to the drawing board for Postecoglou, I'm afraid.
Yes, and I was about to ask you, Paul, while we just wait for, well, again, well, they bring up get the table brought up and ready for everybody so they can see what the table looks like ahead of the Man United Everton game, which is on the way next from the Premier League, and all the Premier League scores from today's matches a bit later on. What do Spurs need to do now if they are to get back to winning ways after three straight defeats? What do you seem to think the problem is? A lot of people thought the problem was Harry Kane, and since he got to Bayern Munich, things were looking different with the start they've had. But what do you think the problem is really been for you, Paul? If I were to ask you to put something on it and to say, can you put your finger on something that has happened? Can
It's
you do
very
that? And
difficult to say.
what is
It's
that
very
problem?
it's very difficult to say, Ross. Very difficult to say. Uh, but I mean, the performances have generally not been bad in the games that I've seen Spurs play. Obviously, I'm not a Tottenham fan, but um, the games I have seen Tottenham play, they seem to play decent football, but they do have a problem sometimes with putting away their chances. And they get punished at the back. Defensively, they can be very sloppy. They're missing. Uh, they, 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 they're missing something at the back. And what I would say is, of course, they didn't have him available today. But of course, I actually feel they were missing the Dutchman. What's his name? I've forgotten his name now. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Van der Ven. I feel that they were missing Van der Ven today because I think he's helped bring some stability at the back for Spurs. And they were caught out a couple of times today with some pretty poor defending.
Yes, and G West says, Paul, that he agrees with you. G West agrees with what you're saying there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if G-Waz is a Tottenham fan or not, but I think he would be in a better position to describe Spurs' situation right now. Um, but I would still say to the point that defensively they're lacking something. Van de Ven certainly, and offensively they're not taking their chances. And what they need, I think Spurs more than anything else, is an ugly win to kickstart things a little bit.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely, mate. We're just going to quickly now go through the results from the Premier League matches from the weekend so far for you guys, and we'll have them up on the screen for you so you can read them while I'm going through them. On Saturday, finished Man City 1, Liverpool 1, Burnley 1, West Ham United 2, Luton 2, Crystal Palace 1, Newcastle 4, Chelsea 1, Nottingham Forest 2, Brighton 3, Sheffield United 1, Bournemouth 3, Brentford 0, Arsenal 1, Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 2. Two more games coming on this weekend's Premier League. Everton against Manchester United is a 4:30 kick-off. And on Monday at 8 o'clock is Fulham against Wolves. Everton Man United is on the way after us, but we won't be able to bring you that today. Gio says he's more Everton, but he do likes to watch football as well. That's good luck for Everton today against Manchester United, my friend. And this is the Premier League table, how it stands right now. Arsenal are top of the table on 30 points. Man City are second on 29 after their draw yesterday against Liverpool and Arsenal's win over Brentford. Liverpool up to now in third on 28 points. Aston Villa, as we mentioned, moved above Tottenham now into fourth. Tottenham drop into fifth. Newcastle in sixth. Brighton seventh. Man United in eighth. And with a win, can clean leapfrog Brighton and Newcastle and go 2 points behind Tottenham. Down at the other end, Everton deducted 10 points for a financial fair play disciplinary rules for them this season. So they have in the bottom half of the table on 4 points, just above Burnley. So a win for them will put them a couple of points behind Luton and remain in the bottom three this evening. Is the table there, just so that people know what the table looks like ahead of the games that's coming up this afternoon, the later game, which unfortunately we won't be able to bring you. That's big thank you then to Paul and to everyone who's tuned in today. We're almost getting ready to round up now. The table, as Gima says, is wide open at both ends of the Premier League table. But right now, then, thank you very much to Paul. Thank you to those who has listened as well today. And we'll see, and myself and Paul and the rest of the commentary team will see you again real soon. From all of the team here, it's a very good afternoon, good morning, or good evening to you all. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a good Sunday, have a good Monday, depending where you are in the world right now. But from all the team here, it's goodbye for now.